Welcome to today's video. This is a B1 level ESL lesson. Today we're going to be learning how to use can, could, and other expressions to express ability and achievements. So what do you want out of life? We all want different things out of life. What about you? Person A says, I'd like to run my own school. I'm good with children and I'd really like to help women in education. Person B says, I'm completely focused on becoming a champion swimmer. I have always been a talented swimmer, but I still train 6 times a week. And person C says, I'm an average person with average intelligence and average dreams. I just want to be happy and healthy and have my own family. So how will you reach your goals? So to reach your goals, you will need a mixture of talent and hard work. So describe these statements and see whether you agree or disagree with them. Leor says, hard work is more important than talent. To be successful, you need determination and perseverance more than talent. Tomas says, you need to believe in yourself. You need these skills in the following order to become successful and happy in life: confidence, a positive attitude, and talent. And Constanza says you need talent along with an ability to communicate, an ability to get along with other people, and an ability to do something better than other people. So do you agree or disagree with any of these? And you can share your ideas in the comments. So we're all good at something. Are you good at sports? Are you good at painting? So try to match each question to an answer, and then you can answer the questions about yourself. And again, putting your answers in the comments to generate some discussion. So what are you talented at? Well, that would go with C, I'm talented at drawing and painting. Do you have an ability to play sports? Yes, I do. I'm really good at football, hockey, and basketball. Do you have a positive attitude? I'm not sure. I sometimes think it's not worth trying hard. And what are you good at? I'm good at communicating and getting along with people. All right, so now we're going to learn about can, can't, could, and couldn't for general abilities. So go ahead and pause the video and fill in the blanks, and then you can restart when you're ready to check your answers. So Alicia has a beautiful singing voice, and she can sing in several languages. Andrew can play almost every sport, no matter what he tries, he's good at it. I couldn't write well at school, but I took a writing course last year. Now I feel like I can write anything. My phone was stolen yesterday, so I couldn't call you. Susie searched for half an hour, but she couldn't find a space in the parking lot. These days, not many people can read or write Latin. I'm sorry that we couldn't come to the party on Saturday. The kids were sick. Please speak up since we can't hear you very well. Okay, so you're going to read about Angela, Duncan, and Julie. Angela interests are engineering and teaching. Duncan is a swimmer, stay-at-home dad. Julie, ice skating, and a lawyer. All right, so go ahead and pause the video and you can read this on your own or you can follow along as I read, and then we'll answer the questions. When I was at school, I was a good student. I was pretty smart and equally good at languages and sciences. I was lucky, I guess, because I was able to choose what to study. The trouble was, I didn't know what I wanted to choose. My dad is an engineer, and he suggested I should study sciences because it would be easier to find a job. Well, I managed to complete a degree in physics, but I knew it wasn't for me. A few years later, I went back to university and studied Russian. This time I had a much more positive attitude toward my studies, and I've been a language teacher ever since. So, what was Angela good at? Well, she said she was equally good at languages and sciences. Which word is a synonym of intelligent? Well, that would be smart. And what does she mean when she wrote, I knew it wasn't for me? Just that she didn't like it and she didn't think she was well suited to that career. And then we're going to take a closer look at the words in bold because they are used to talk about ability. So, was able to and managed to. So, we use be able to for a specific ability. This is a specific achievement, not a general achievement. So, a general ability, I couldn't play the piano when I was young. She couldn't ski for many years. For millennia, we couldn't cure diseases. But specific abilities. As soon as I picked up the saxophone, I was able to play it. But around age 12, she was finally able to ski well. And when modern medicine arrived, we were able to treat many diseases. And then here are examples of be able to and could in negative statements. So for the general abilities, I couldn't run very fast when I was young. She couldn't find enough time to study. And then for specific abilities, you can use either wasn't able to or couldn't in the negative. So I wasn't able to or I couldn't complete the Boston Marathon. She wasn't able to or she couldn't learn Farsi. Now, most native speakers use a mixture of both forms when making negative statements about a specific ability in the past. All right, so now complete the sentences with the correct form. You can pause the video and then restart when you're ready to check your answers. So Victor is a talented runner, but he wasn't able to run the race on Sunday because he hurt his leg a week ago. It took me 2 weeks, but I was able to make an appointment with the dentist. He couldn't swim well as a child, but he was able to swim well by his teenage years, or he could. We could probably use could for that. Our car broke down, so um, this one I think you could use either couldn't or wasn't able to go to Kim's birthday party. Unfortunately, we weren't able to get tickets to the concert. I'll have to try again next year. It took 3 tries, but eventually he was able to finish the 60-kilometer ultramarathon. And Helen was an amazing student and was able to pass every exam easily. So we use managed to describe a particular past achievement. It has a very similar meaning to was able to, but managed to often shows a difficulty or special effort. We generally used managed to in past tenses. So Shan managed to reach the top of the mountain after 3 hours of riding uphill. So this specific achievement required a lot of effort. They were able to ride 200 miles in 1 week. So this specific achievement required less effort. So now write some sentences using managed to for each of these pictures. And you can share your sentences in the comments if you'd like to generate some conversation. All right, now we're going to read about Julie and answer the questions. And again, you can pause the video, read on your own, or follow along as I read. I was really sporty when I was younger. I was a talented runner and a good dancer. On my 12th birthday, I tried ice skating for the first time, and I was brilliant at it, a natural. I started taking lessons, but although I loved skating, I just wasn't determined enough to become really good. I stopped taking lessons after about 6 months. Now I'm in my 30s, and I'm a successful lawyer. I still skate from time to time, but it's just a hobby. So why did Julie give up skating? She just said she wasn't determined enough to become really good. What does success mean to you? And again, this is sort of a personal, um, there's no right or wrong, it's just your personal opinion, and you can share that in the comments. And are you a determined person? Do you always do or get what you want? Again, that's something you can answer in the comments if you'd like. Now we'll read about Duncan. Again, you can pause the video, try this on your own, or you can follow along as I read. When I was a child, I think my dad thought I would be able to become an Olympic swimmer. I was confident in the water from a young age and definitely talented, although far from brilliant. My dad pushed me to train twice a day, 5 days a week. I managed to win a few competitions, but my heart wasn't in it. When I left home at 18, I stopped swimming completely. I haven't been near a swimming pool since. These days, I'm a stay-at-home dad, and I love it. So what expression does Duncan use that means I wasn't really interested? Well, he says, my heart wasn't in it. And do you think it was difficult for him to stop swimming? It doesn't really sound like it. It says he hasn't been near a swimming pool ever since. He was 18, so it doesn't really sound like he missed it. So we use can in the present tense and could in the past tense, and we use be able to when we need another form. So we use be able to after a main verb. I need to be able to speak English to get that job. She wants to be able to travel to Europe by the end of the year. We use be able to after prepositions. He's worried about not being able to join the basketball team. And we use be able to after other modal verbs and the present perfect and past perfect. She would be able to come. Elijah won't be able to attend today's meeting. If he wants to join the swimming team, he has to be able to swim 500 yards. I've been able to speak French for many years, and they hadn't been able to travel for a long time. All right, so a reporter talks about 10-year-old Brad Harris. So we're going to listen, and you can complete the text and then answer the questions.
Brad Harris is only 10 years old, but he's already a swimming champion. The instructors at his local swimming club first noticed Brad's ability to swim butterfly when he was 5. He succeeded in winning his first competition when he was 7, and since then he hasn't looked back. Brad is not only brilliant at the butterfly, he is also a talented football player, but his coach warns that he probably won't have time for both.
Okay, so what can Brad do now? Well, he can swim the butterfly, and he's a talented football player. What could he do when he was 5? He could swim. Um, let's see, when he was 5, just noted the instructors noticed his swimming ability. And according to his coach, what won't he be able to do? He won't have time to be both a swimmer and a football player. All right, we're going to listen to a reporter talk about Raquel and then answer these questions, true or false.
Raquel Santos has been dancing salsa for as long as she can remember. Her big break came when she was 16, and she won first prize in an international salsa competition. Raquel puts her success down to a combination of confidence, determination, and a positive attitude. Since winning the competition, she has become a very successful professional dancer, although she finds it stressful sometimes.
Okay, so Raquel can dance salsa very well. That's true. She's been dancing for a long time. That's true. She won third prize in a competition when she was 13. That's false. She won first prize when she was 16. Raquel thinks that confidence, determination, and good luck made her successful. That was false. It was confidence, determination, and a positive attitude. And she now dances professionally. That is true. All right, so listen to a reporter talk about Anna Grekova. And so, in what order does the reporter mention these things?
Anna Grakova first became interested in science when she was in high school. She was a smart teenager and she had a positive attitude toward her studies. She was especially good at chemistry, and now that she has been accepted into a good university, she is determined to get a first-class degree. The only problem is that she is so focused on her education, she doesn't have time for a social life.
Okay, so C, high school was number one. Anna's intelligence was number two. Then her attitudes toward her studies was number three. University was number four. And her social life was number five. All right, now we're going to listen to a reporter talk about Michael Becker. And so you'll listen and then answer the questions.
When Michael Becker was growing up, everyone knew he was a bright kid, even in elementary school. He was brilliant at everything. He had the amazing ability to absorb information like a sponge. As well as being smart, he was also extremely confident. Everything was easy for him. Michael passed all his school exams with flying colors, but he wasn't interested in hard work or a successful career. Sometimes being super intelligent has its downside.
All right, so people knew that Michael was intelligent from the time he was in elementary school. If you learn and remember information easily, you're like a sponge. If you always get an A on your exams, you pass with flying colors. And a negative aspect of something that is positive is a downside. All right, so now think about a major achievement in your life, and you can answer these questions. How did you achieve this goal? Did you have to work hard or study hard to achieve it? Did anyone help or support you? Was it hard work or talent? And what personal characteristics helped you? Was it confidence, determination, or something else? And that brings us to the end of today's video. Please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.